Yo.
Ah, Ken, I thought you were asleep. You played? Oh man, I see it can't play it, huh?
Not yet trying to recover from eating Remy gummy bears.
Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on last year's national champions, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bears offense will get the first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team,
turning it on! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it.
that's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Finding open areas. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down after the run. Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. It's Rossi. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
The Bears have this offense rolling. Here we go. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Has the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Let's go! Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Peace. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State.
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. trying to start the drive with a pass. A little release to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Hauls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on the
quarterback, feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, you saw this guy in all the highlights after that 4-sack performance his last time out, and he's not resting on his laurels. He's hungry for more. Registers his first sack of the game.
And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So here comes the Bear offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the run, it's Lawson. Past the first down marker and still running. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. We're taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
And had they not picked up that 1st down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
The Bears are on the move. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Bears come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
To the air on 1st down. Under fire. pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Makes the grab. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Missouri State. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needs...
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different. And, David, I know there's a part of you that wonders what if had you played tight end. You and I have been out in the field pregame before. We've been spinning it around with your athleticism. I know you wonder what it would have been like to go make plays like that.
I tell you what, I do wonder what if now, Jesse, because now you can't hit these guys. You're not allowed to hit them high, all the targeting. Like, if you're a big body guy with good hands, you can go make a lot of money. You might have been a little bit safer, might not have got hurt. So, yeah, might not have been that bad of a living.
Here's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. So here comes the Missouri State offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Going right to work up top. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Starts to scramble to the left. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on 4th down and short. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, the running back has it. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
And the Bears trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Go straight ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Bears want to crank the tempo. Tries again to get it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They got zilch on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears. The mantra is... Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield on 1st down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. A 1st down for the offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Bears! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Going deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. Here's the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds.
Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted for the 11th time. Taking it the other way. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Bears will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Gets it to him on the screen. He stopped just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. Needed more to move the sticks. It'll be fourth down. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Peace. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Bear offense. He might want another play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The sure hands, it's Peace. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Oh.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man.
Okay, result action.
That's good enough for a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella. They're able to hook up there.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains.
I need to stop the play.
Efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls it in. It's Peace. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
They'll ride the hot hand. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Touchdown, Missouri State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Looking for a huge play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give on the option. Hard running there. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive.
He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late in the game when you're down. They've got to find a way to make something good happen on that side of the football.
So here comes the Missouri State offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They're going to ride this running back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
He's moving out of the pocket. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for space to the left. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really nice gain. Gets it out of the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
I love him.
Yeah. Let me, you know what? Let me put the fast kid in. He's saving the fast kid.
I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I'm. Up, but those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10.
Wow.
Got out of trouble and throws. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers.
He's not ready, man. He can't make those throws. I can't. He's not ready. Freshman.
Comfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job on the defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just Completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Can't make the catch, and the defense will
Part
force
of
a
the
turnover on
substitution
down.
messed up my
The
rhythm.
Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz.
Hold.
Off the RPO complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Might be the worst case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The roughing call gives this offense a 1st down, and we'll see if they can take advantage of the second chance. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll haul it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll blow it down.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Texas offense.
That team is no FIU.
Hand off from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that was
Okay.
microcosm of what
I'll
today has
try
been like
different
for this
things with
offense.
this
Just
team.
nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find
To
themselves
go
trailing.
and start
late.
from the
Caught
beginning.
in the backfield, it's Penn. He breaks a tackle.
Go
Brought
and
down just
watch
short
from
of
the
the sticks
beginning.
on the screen pass. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage.
Hauls And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got it.
Breaks into the open. Got enough space. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Didn't this team won 4 in a row? They got 4 in a row championships. This team.
Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. Janging on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Fires to the tight end. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. And the Bears in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Snags it inside the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Wants to go up top on first down. Good timing on the quick out. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just can struggle and just They need to find something that they do really, really well, and running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Makes the grab down the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Gets it out fast. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Pace, 27, jump. Ready.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Ball is dropped, incomplete, and that will do it for this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Fuck. Bitch.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Missouri State Bears, taking on another SEC rival, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bears offense will get first crack at it today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass.
The stiff arm gets him loose. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got a chance. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri State!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
And the Tigers want to move quickly.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He holds one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
So here comes the Missouri State offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Peace. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give on the inside. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You can tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He'll step out of bounds at the 13, and that gives him a little bit more room. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
When you're a defensive lineman, you're trying to get underneath the offensive lineman as fast as possible, dive in there and create like a pile in the backfield where the quarterback can't move his feet. Because you see the quarterback on QB sneaks, grabs the football and tries to just keep his feet moved.
There we go! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need a better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Hines is back in the middle. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Quarterback on the keeper. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football. That
touchdown, Tiger! A great catch and run for 6. So here comes the Bear offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Gets it out quickly. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ncaa if they can stop him on 3rd down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess. Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off.
Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. Spins away. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for a loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
And some room to work. Gets it past the marker. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Missouri State.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Gets the back moving. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Makes the grab. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Touchdown, Clemson. He found some open space. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Gonna run it. It's Lawson. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's got him. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires downfield. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Here's the give off the left side. Finds a little space. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try the left side. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And now a chance to pull even first and goal as we get late in the first half. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears! They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got it. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10.
Get set, get set. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on first down. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Caught. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The offense set for a first down play. To the air on first down. Has to let this one go off his back foot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I think bad fundamentals on that throw by the QB guys. You saw him threw that off his back foot. When you do that, your accuracy suffers. And that ball kind of sailed on him.
He'll take a deep shot here. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Bears will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a...
Turning it off! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads it left. That throw might have been a little too hot. He couldn't haul it in inbound.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So here comes the Missouri State offense. The give to the right. Still running at the 40. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45. Out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Bears come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the ground, he's got it again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
It's complete to the right, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
Touchdown Bears! And that one will give him the lead. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the... Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Finds his big tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And, David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it up? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to the ground with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. There he goes! Past the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! Once he got some room, it was over. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So here comes the Missouri State offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Power football with the run. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Using his legs, it's Peace. Got the first down. Looking for more. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and... Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. So first down will open up the final period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give from the gun. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And in that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're...
Touchdown, Bears! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Using the quick game. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Now from inside the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And this is the chance for this offense. A first and goal, fourth quarter, trying to tie the game up.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on fourth and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation that's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Beneath the shadow of Howard's rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Got his man on the right. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Got a little space. Turning it on. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Bears will try to pick it up on fourth down. Not sure why they want to throw again.
Trying some stuff
Rushes on him. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about
away games. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start scheduling all away games.
It's amazing
So
how
I can get that
college football is so good. So many
crowd
ways to hurt you. You
noise.
saw both of these
I
offenses
have a game
really
where I
showed
can't audible
And
and
we
shit.
talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much.
Check all leagues, please.
Man, you got all the leagues locked, dog.
Recruit.
I'm recruiting in all leagues, dog. You ain't no kidding.
Damn. New Max.
Same thing, waiting on Ken.
I think he played. Did they drop a promo for 27 yet?
27 ready? 27's not ready.
They went back over to Nigeria. Y'all remember? Yeah, they went back over to Nigeria for a minute. Remember down in Texas, a sister, FBA sister, got unalive by this Nigerian trick? They never thought
Check.
he bounced. He was back in Nigeria. Huh? They never caught that dude. From what I understand, they never caught him. He just got the hell up out of here. Yeah? After unaliving an FBA sister. So we got to understand what's going on out here. They know there's jurisdictional red tape. They understand once they cross international waters, the local police department, all that, their hands are tied. The crime-solving process, it gets bogged down with international extradition treaties, yeah, bureaucratic red tape. So yeah, it's, they know what it is. But
Love this game.
this is why delineation is very important. Because
So relaxing, dog.
it's a militaries to make sure
Ah,
that
this game's so relaxing.
societal
Fucking Madden.
Whenever these criminals come, they try to pull the black on black violence thing. No. And this suspect is somewhere safe in the Caribbean. While people out here talking about black on black crime and we ain't shit. So we're not doing that. We don't want that stigma. We don't want people putting a negative stigma on us. That's why the Democrats don't like us delineating. Because we're bouncing that stigma right back on them. Yeah, just the way that crime was done, we don't do shit like that. Yeah, we don't. That was real cowardly. We don't do shit like that, to be honest. We just don't. We don't do that. Wasn't us. We don't do shit like that. Not like that.
formations set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Try to get behind his blockers. So the New Mexico Lobos offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch in a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, Dave, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses
Shot through there.
the running back as many different ways as possible. Just let him go.
In this game. Wow.
Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Right on the money. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tackle by the defense.
So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first position of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the 1st down.
What the fuck? What did he do? 1 passes.
Because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Run it with the fullback. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Lobos have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Edwards. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my penetration that fast, and we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Robos are flying down the field. They'll go to the fullback. Breaks into the open. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone.
This defense is great.
Touchdown, New Mexico.
This is great.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. You got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Now the play fake. Got a man. It's Milner. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted deep in his own end. Takes it the other way.
That's how you play defense. That's how you play defense. That's how you play defense.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Give to the fullback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Quarterback moving. Unleashes one. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on third down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose, for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on fourth?
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Firing to the right, complete. Moves up to the 34-yard line, giving him a 10-yard pickup.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
It's caught. Breaks the tackle. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Craven. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Horton. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Powers through the defender. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
Cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. You just give up on the play.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. A strike downfield. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Working that left side now. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Love the way he didn't didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Well, don't run.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Ryan's is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Now adjusting. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed...
There he goes. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Lobos. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Oh, what a move. At the 45 on it. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Finds his man. It's Horton. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Simpson. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
The give to the fullback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Trying to make magic with his feet. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Lobos will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the big fullback. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Here's the handoff. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
And the Lobos are on the move. Right back to the well. Got enough for the first. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the ball.
And you become so hard to defend when you...
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, New Mexico. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Trying to get the corner. Got the first down and more. Gashing the knee on the right. Inside the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown tie.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out from the 25-yard line. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The Lobos, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Got him downfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the field.
They want to run it left here. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score offense, it's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Lobos line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Lobos! And they take it in for 6 more points. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Got his man down the middle. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Swings it out to his running back. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 1st and 10 for this offense. To the air on 1st down. Fires on the run. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lewis. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Good stop.
That late in the half
need
field
this.
will always give them a boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes a grab over the middle. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. The Lobos can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And if you thought that was a quick 1st half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Lobos will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw at Simpson. Got his man. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Gives it on the option. Jukes his way for more. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. What a performance this guy is turning in. You know, Derrick Henry had a great 2,000-yard season, bunch of 150-yard games. This guy's looking like that right now.
And if you're comparing him to somebody like that, you know he's happy. And you know he's eating. So continue to feed him the rock. Let him do the rest. Having so much success on the ground, it's hard for me to say, hey, let's be balanced. No, give that guy the ball and let him use his balance.
The pull and throw off the RPI. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass, it's Simpson. Big fella moving. Touchdown! They take the lead with the 6. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. UCLA is on top, but it's not like Troy Aikman or Gary Beeman are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 10 over USC. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Trying the left side. At the 35, he's loose. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Lobos, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. The throw. Zings it complete to the right.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Lobs it off the back foot. He's got it on the outside. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Costa throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Edwards. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing blitz here. They're going to run it. Fights off the defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David.
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Haynes. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? As the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Lobos just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Might as well stick with him. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quick strike complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. From the gun. That's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Touchdown, Lobos! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back guy.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks, it's Lewis. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's reeled in. It's Riley. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Oh, there's an out to the back. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Alabama! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
He runs hard.
So now it's...
Yeah, I like this running back though.
From the gun, running back gets to give. At midfield, he's got room. costing this defense a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. And I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. The run to the left. Running into the open space. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Lobos kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Bought a little time, lets it go.
Odds of 18.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, or third.
He
down.
ain't ready yet,
Earlier in the drive, rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically in this run.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd knows when to bring it. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Trying to barge in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into...
Touchdown, New Mexico! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last time.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Snagged out of the air. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Craver. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. reserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Now on first down from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll try to get it through the air. He'll take a shot. Touchdown time! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Who can you count on those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
The fuck?
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. The time is precious. He's out of bounds to stop the clock after gaining 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking for room. It's Humphrey. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Blair. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. A shot toward the end zone. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. So here comes our first play of overtime. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime.
You like the PC kick. Roll. Roll. Roll.
And they score first here in overtime.
Well, how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spreads wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. And you saw it on that play.
They go to the ground. He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This game right here.
Down. Pick it up here or this game is over. He's got it. First down and more. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or a tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Lobos! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. These 2 guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Offense will use a timeout here to...
Yeah.
Like you just said, you didn't say give me. So you gotta play fair. You gotta play nice in this game. And anybody's gonna go forward.
We'll get it started here in overtime. To the air on 1st down. Fires.
I see you know the play. You got it like 6 times.
Really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
Touchdown, New Mexico! They take the lead here in overtime. Interesting decision here as they'll go ahead and go for 2. Trying to barge their way in. Did not get it. Might have gotten a little greedy there in overtime, and the lead is only 6.
Stop. It stops.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. It's complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into
A flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
line gets set, first down.
15-minute picks, 10-minute picks. Get something out of there.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires into the end zone.
Nothing.
Crimson Tide. Ties it up here in double OT, and now they can win it. Second overtime, you have to go for 2, and this is for the win. Trying to surge it in.
It's cheated.
Cheated. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it
Bruce through there.
late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
This bitch.
Some of these agents knock a few of these guys out. You can't have it. That Lemon kid is. Yeah, I'm worried about him. I was wondering if you were going to name it because I saw the tweet. He's the dumbest individual I've ever interviewed. There was an interview, one of our favorites. It was the collective of my friends in college who used to get together and drink highbrow beer, as in Bud Lights. Called it.
Get off my team.
And any time
Fucking senior.
was interviewed, Ukrainian, broken ass English. I don't think he ever cared.
He should have never started.
Or learned the language. They ask him like, so Ruslan, big goal, 49 third period, puts the team up, ends up being the game winner. Tell me about the play. I stand top circle, I get great pass from Vinny, and Vinny makes good pass, and I make shots with the hole. Oh my God. And whoever it was, we called Kennedy over.
This team sucks.
Thanks for the time. Thank you. And he just moves on. There are moments, man. There are moments. You just play the lead goal. What are you gonna do? You got to talk to the guy. You got to try. Yeah. In that case, there's a reason to talk to him. I would argue you don't have to talk to everybody. I think if you get the ammunition in advance, if you do pre-draft interviews with the most likely draft candidates, and you discover that one of them, for whatever reason,
Bitch from London, dog.
All right, Ruslan, we're gonna try here. Tell me about the winning goal. Did Vinny make a good ball? Vinny made great pass, and then Arnie gets circles behind the net and feeds it to the slot, and I make it. I think people can handle that because he's foreign born. This dude's from Texas. Like, come on, man. Let's have a conversation. In between, well, listen, this complaint isn't just about the inability to enunciate or whatever. Like, it's a complaint about an entire generation of kids through no fault of their own who think they're on television all the time, who are always doing something that's disingenuous because they think it's going to play for a clip. Right. Yeah. I'm glad that you made it clear that you're not AJ McCarron's uncle, much like his mom. No. Anybody who knows me knows this isn't coming from some sort of like bigoted point of view about an athlete or black, white, or any of that stuff. I'm just talking about like, can we communicate? What are we doing, my man? He was a mumble rapper. I was like, what are we doing? You gotta talk. You were asked a question. This is a chance. It's just brutal. I was worried for him. Oh, this is a tough world. This is going to be a tough world for this guy. He's going to get asked to talk a lot. He's the first-round draft pick. They're going to, presumably, if he's good, they're going to talk to him a lot. Makai, here's what we need from you. When you get nervous, remember these words, Lord and Savior. So that entire scene in Bull Durham is what I'm talking about. Have somebody
Go sleep, dog.
like, hey, look,
Do that shit again tomorrow.
you want to go, public speaking's not for you get nervous, whatever it might be, gotcha. This is where we're going. I just want to thank my mom and dad. I just want to thank my coaches and teammates. I just want to thank the organization. I can't wait to get to work. Hey, brother, we are good.